Alright, you guys, so I'm here to review Bates Motel Season 3. Now, by the time I'm recording this video, we're only a few short days away from Season 4's premiere, so it's time to catch up on the last season review that I can review. The last season that I can review until Season 4 starts. So, like I said, there will be spoilers from Seasons 1 and 2 in this review. So if you have not seen Bates Motel, you can, I believe it's available on Netflix. All the first 3 seasons are available on Netflix, I do believe. If not Season 3, then definitely Season 1 and 2 are. So go out and check it out on Netflix or just buy the DVDs because we're going to talk about Bates Motel Season 3. And if you have not seen Bates Motel Season 1 and 2, like I said, there will be spoilers. So, yeah, you got a spoiler warning. It's time to talk about Season 3. So, obviously, at the end of Season 2, it ended when Norman was getting the polygraph, and, you know, his mother was in his head, and he was talking about, and his mother was saying, "I'm the killer, Norman, not you," kind of thing. And since then, things have wind down a little bit, until this hooker shows up at Bates Motel and gets killed off, then things in White Pine Bay start going to shit again. But let's talk about some of the characters. Norman. Norman is becoming more and more like the Norman Bates that we meet in the original Psycho movie from 1960, done by Alfred Hitchcock. And yeah, there's definitely more. I love the way that they're developing Norman's character. Each season, he gets a little bit more and more into that Anthony Perkins Norman Bates, which is great development, if I must say. And Norma, of course, is still worried about Norman. She knows things are getting worse with him. She's in a tough spot. She doesn't know what to do. She doesn't think she can handle it anymore on her own. There's talk later on in this season about getting him some professional help, if that's going to help at all. But yeah, like I said, Norman is now dressing in his mother's robes and spying on girls in the showers, and he's becoming Norman Bates. And like I said in my previous 2 Bates Motel reviews, the cast, especially Vera Farmiga and Freddie Highmore in particular, perfect casting. I love what they do on this show. Max Theorat, I can never know how to pronounce his last name, but he's playing Dylan in the show again, and Dylan is in a different spot in the world than when we last saw him in Season 2. He doesn't want to do the whole drug thing anymore. He just wants to grow for himself, and, you know, that's about it. Until Caleb shows back up into town, and then he's kind of taking care of Caleb, and Caleb's kind of staying there at Dylan's farm, and like I said, if Norma ever finds this out, things are going to go really wrong. The villain of the series, of the season, I always thought that the villains of this season, like the main villains, the ones who aren't Norman Bates, they're kind of just Nick Ford from Season 2 was probably the best, but in this season, the villain is he's not all that great. But let's talk about Romero. Romero gets into some deep shit in this season, and I love Nestor Carbonell as Sheriff Romero. His relationship with Norma gets a little bit closer in this season, as well does Norman and Norma's relationship. They get closer, and then they kind of drift apart, and then they get closer, and it's very... You would have to watch to understand what's going on here. But yeah, Emma. Let's talk about Emma. Emma and Norman. They started dating, finally, which we always thought that those two would be a good match. Emma is good for Norman. But is Norman good for Emma? No. But anyway, I like Emma. I do. Olivia Cook is her name. She was in that really shitty Ouija movie that I couldn't even finish. But she's really good in this show. I might have mentioned her before. But yeah, her relationship with Norman is so good. And then Dylan finds out just how serious Emma's condition really is. And then the rest of the season he tries to help Emma. And then they kind of get closer a little bit. So a lot of stuff going on in this season. Season 3, I love this season. I thought this is a really, really good season for Bates Motel. Definitely better than Season 1. Is it as good as Season 2? I don't know, because Season 2 was so fantastic and Season 3 is so good, it's hard to tell out of which Season 2 or 3 is better. Because, like I said, Season 1 is the weakest season of the show, but Season 2 is great. Season 3 is great. I absolutely love the show, and I can't wait for Season 4 to start. So yeah, there's like I said, there's a lot more that I haven't even talked about due to spoiler purposes. So if you guys have not seen Bates Motel, check it out. If you guys have seen Bates Motel Season 3, what did you guys think of this season? Comment your thoughts down in the comment section below. Like the video, share, and subscribe. Just do it! I've just finished recording my Bates Motel Season 3 review, and I realized that I forgot to give you guys a rating. Like I said, I really do like this a lot. My rating for Season 3 is an A-. So, yeah, definitely recommend checking it out if you're a fan of Psycho and all that stuff. If you're a fan of the first 2 seasons, definitely check Season 3 out. And so, yeah, if you like the video, comment, share, subscribe. Just do it!